Hi, thank you everyone. We'll start now and I'll add people as we go. So thank you for taking some time out this afternoon to take part in one of the first of term 2 webinars. Today we'll be looking at a brief introduction to Presenter. I will turn my camera off and then we'll start going through. Please, if you've got any questions, can you type them into the chat for us, please? And we'll respond accordingly. Okay, so today on the agenda is we'll be going through what Prowise Presenter 10 is. We'll register for a free account. We'll have some look at the basic whiteboard features and how to embed images and videos, how to access and use the 3D models. And then we'll look at My Prowise itself and the amount of resources there are there. And we'll be looking at the cloud-based storage too. So first of all, what is Prowise Presenter 10? Prowise Presenter 10 is a software created by teachers specifically for the Prowise range, and it's designed for education and interaction. It's more than just your whiteboard. There is a so throughout this webinar series, we'll go through the basics of using Presenter 10 and then going through to the complex interactive features as well that you can use. To register for your free account for Presenter 10, you can go to either prowise.com.au/au and click the yellow register button here, or you can Google Presenter 10 as I have in my web browser, and I would recommend you to bookmark this Prowise Presenter 10 so it's always there for you. We'll just add some more people in. And when you go into Presenter 10 on Google, it will bring you up with a sign in box like this, and at the bottom here it'll say register, and this is where you can register for a free account. You'll just need your email and then create a password, and you'll be able to go from there. So I recommend you bookmarking that so you've got that to hand whenever you need to get to it. The standard basic whiteboard features that Presenter 10 give you. So you'll notice at the bottom here, once you've logged into Presenter 10, it'll open like a blank page like this. And at the bottom, you'll have your toolbar features. The cursor here on your, what I refer to as a pencil case, allows you to move this around. So if you have preference to stand on one side of the board, you can move that around. And here, this is where you'll find your pen, different thicknesses of pen. It'll show you the first 3 recent colors that you've used. Highlight the one that is circled to open up your full color palette. You've got your highlighter, click with your pen, eraser, different shapes, which can also be different outlines and colored fills. Arrows and lines, you can type in text. You've got your maths tools to hand, some simple maths tools. If you use the ruler, click on the ruler, select a color you would like. It allows you to draw straight lines. So when you erase the ruler, your lines will still appear on Presenter 10 as well. And then you've got your edit and click features. So when you've made an object interactive, you want the students to be on this click finger here. So this is when they press something, it will make a sound and it will drag. And this button here is your edit, where you'll be able to edit, move it around, delete and add. So that's your basic whiteboard features. Okay, so in your media section here, this is where you'll find all your embedding options. So you can go into media, and then here we'll have illustrations. So the 2 differences between illustrations and images. The illustrations are inbuilt, they're drawn images, and your images are what you can upload from your PC, or when you've conducted your internet search, you can embed those there. So we'll click into illustrations and go in, have a look and see what's around. Prowise update all the illustrations. So go in and have a good nose. And then once you've embedded and clicked on an image, it will bring it up in the middle. You need to click on the edit feature, and this is where you can shrink, move it around. You can duplicate an image, delete. So that's what an illustration looks like. And then back to media. And I'm going to scroll down now to images. And I'm going to go my images. So what Prowise Presenter 10 does a Google search for you. So you can click on internet, and I'm going to type in Earth, hit enter, and you'll see a bank of images already appear. So I'm going to type in PNG to get images without a background. So we can select an image, and again it will bring it up into the center of the page. We can shrink it down, and now you can see the difference between a drawn image that Prowise Presenter has already stored in the image bank for you, or you can see how easy it was just to get a Google image straight. So those are the two different image illustration types that you can get. Now we'll move on to how to embed videos. So the difference here between using Presenter 10 on your Prowise board and the app version, or using Presenter 10 here like I am on Chrome. So on the app, Prowise are working very hard with YouTube to remove adverts appearing when you embed a YouTube video. This seems to work more seamlessly on Chrome. So this is why I prefer to use Google Chrome and have Presenter 10 as a bookmark tab. So you head to your media library, and this time we're going to select videos. And here you can type in, so we'll just type in solar system, hit enter, and then we'll select the video. So when you've selected a video, hit the edit tool here. And again, you can move this around anywhere in your presentation. Again, you can make it larger. Remember to switch back to your cursor mode here, and you can press play. And it will play in the screen. And you can see on Google Chrome, there's no adverts that have popped up on the side. As always, still every caution when using YouTube in front of the students. Maybe just know which link you kind of want to click on. Again, you can close a video, and every time you share a presentation, it will share this embedded video as well. Okay, so now we're going to move on to how to access and use the 3D models. So your media and 3D models. And again, Prowise update the 3D model bank. So go in, have a look and see what's there and see how you can use those in your lessons. There's chemistry, geography, there's 3D shapes as well. I'm going to show you how I would use a 3D model. So I'm going to go back, and this time I'm going to go back to the illustrations first. I'm going to embed my image of the earth again, and this time I'm going to select this image of the earth with layers. Okay, I'm going to move that to one side, and now we're going to go back to our 3D model, select media, 3D models, and I can see the earth is already there. So you can see here the 3D model of the earth can move around, and this one can't. So how you might use this in a lesson is you might layer the earth on top, and this time we're going to set the edit tool, and we're going to select transparency, and we can slide and reveal the earth layers underneath my 3D model. So this is an easy way to hide and reveal information to children in your class. So you can have your 3D model, select the edit tool, edit again, transparency, and use your slider as a way to reveal. So again, if you go back to your 3D models, you can see there's human body, there's heart. So another way you can have an image on top, and again, you can use your transparency to hide and reveal using 3D models. And access and resources to My Prowise. So My Prowise is a good starting point if you're new to using Presenter 10. They have a bank of resources already created for you. So this is a good starting point. You can access this two ways. So the quick access is here with a question mark and you select My Prowise, or you can access it by again bookmarking this website here. So once I select My Prowise from the quick access at the bottom, I'll open up a new tab. And here you can see there's a heap of more Prowise lessons created. You can filter according to the age you teach or subject that you teach. And again, when you open these lessons, so you'll select a lesson, or it'll prompt you to open it in Presenter. A new tab will open it in Presenter for you. Once it's opened, you still then have the capabilities to edit it and edit and save in your storage folder. Please note that the contents in these lessons are created in Europe, so you will need to edit to suit your class and just change things like currency to Australian curriculum as well. So I'll just show you how the lesson looks. So you'll see here that it's loading in the top right corner. And when you select a lesson from My Prowise, they'll always have a little eye information for you to be able to select and read. So it'll talk you through how they've intended you to use these lessons as well. And again, you can just click through the lesson and use it in your class. So that's a good starting point to see how they've created interactive lessons. I'm going to just close that tab for now. So there's different ways to save your presentation files. Presenter 10 is cloud-based storage, so you can go home, create your lessons on your laptops or your iPads, and then you can access your board and be able to open it straight away as well from there. So under the File and Open, this is where all your folder management is. There's multiple storages, so you've got your private folder, so we click back. The private folder is where you can complete your personal presentations, and only you will be able to view and edit these files. Your school folder and your management folder is where your wider school community, heads of departments, faculty leaders will be able to access those presentation folders. So just bear in mind if there's something that is specific to your class, to be saving it into your private folder. If there's something that is school-wise, it's probably wise you can save it in a management school folder. The community folder here in Prowise Presenter 10 is for the wider Prowise community. So anyone with a Prowise account will be able to see and access your files here. It is a good place to share resources with other teachers across Australia and get ideas, but just bear in mind if it's school sensitive information to keep it into, I would recommend to keep it into your private folder, just because you don't want anyone else to be able to see that. Also, if you're sharing classrooms with other teachers, you can have one presenter account maybe, and only you to be able to have access to that private folder as well. So you can work out how to manage your folders the best way for your school. Are there any questions so far? No? Okay. So we have some upcoming webinars looking at converting your files to Presenter. So Presenter 10 also has the capabilities to convert PowerPoints, notebooks, Word, PDFs, so you can import those. Presenter 10 also has an inbuilt app called Pro Connect, where you can interactive screen share, create quizzes and send them to the children, create votes and interactive mind maps. And you can also collaborate and work together on a presentation and real life time. So two people can be working simultaneously together on two different devices on a presentation. And I think that is all for today. Okay, so to go back to the lessons, there's been a question about how to get to lessons. So you can do it two ways. I'll just switch back. So there's this website here, if you wanted to bookmark that website, or you can press the question mark in your Presenter 10 file here, select the question mark, and it's under My Prowise. If you click on My Prowise, it opens up the resource bank here. You can press lessons just to filter through to lessons, have a look through. You can filter through for subject, and you can filter through year group, and then you can find lessons that way as well. Okay, there's been another question on how to create a puzzle using your own images. Okay, so if people are, I'll open a blank page. So these are your page navigation tool at the bottom here. So to just add a new page to your presentation, you just press the arrow. So if you go under your media and tools, I am going to just search for puzzle, and you can select a puzzle, and you can see it's loading there. Select the settings. I don't think you can use, by looking here, your own image to create a puzzle. It's only the images. Oh, maybe you can. If you select this button here and then go to images, my images. So we'll just use this logo for Talent Point School. There you go. And then make sure you switch back. Probably not best to do it on a white background, but you can. There you go. You can see I have just made a jigsaw puzzle of Talent Point School logo. Okay, the next question is, can you zoom or extend the size of a page? Yes, you can. So if you have created a presentation on your laptop or your iPad and you come to your board and it's a bit skewed out, do not worry. So I'm going to go to this page. It's got a bit more writing on there. You can see at the bottom here, there's a navigation tool here. You can zoom your page in or out if you've made it. Just to make it easy to resize. You can use the hand tool here to just move the page down and up. So this acts like a, just like extending a piece of paper, like your notebook, turning the page on your notebook. So that is also another way that you can hide and reveal information to students. You can have an activity here, move it down, and have another activity here too. Any other questions? To organize your pages, you can click the number here to see how many pages are in your presentation, and then you can use the 6 dots here to reorganize or reorder your pages. You can select the 3 dots here to duplicate a page, and you can also copy a page into another blank presentation file. So we can paste it into a new file here. And okay, another question has come up. So how do you lock pictures into place? So I'm going to go back to our images. You can see that we need to come up this span tool. Okay, this image is not locked into place. So that means if children are in the touch feature, they will be able to move it around. You can select the edit tool here, select the image you want to lock into place, and then a padlock, 4 little toolbars will come. The padlock then will lock that into place, and now we can't move that around. To clone an image, we can just select the edit tool at the bottom, press the edit again, and we can press duplicate, and then we've got your duplicated image here, and we need to unlock that one so we can move that one there. So now we've got to here. This also works for words as well. If I wanted to highlight this title, I can again make sure I'm on the edit tool at the bottom here, select edit, duplicate, and now I've got 2 titles as well. This is really time-saving tool. If you're creating a presentation, you don't have to keep typing out. You can also press infinite duplication. So edit, infinite duplication, you can see it's highlighted on. So now we can just keep dragging as many as that we need to. Okay, the next question is, how do you put a photo as a background and put others on top? Okay, so I'm just going to get a blank page for you. Okay, so how do we get a photo? First, we're going to go back into images. We'll do an internet search, and I'm going to put snowy backdrop. Enter. Okay. So now we can pick this one and let it load. You can see it's loading here. I'm going to make sure I select my edit feature. And now you just need to drag this out to the size of your page. And I'm going to press edit, and I'm going to press transparency. I'm just going to fade it out the background a bit. And now we're going to press order, and we're going to send it to the back. So now when we do a search of a reindeer, you can select him. Again, it shows that it's loading and he'll appear on there. So straight away, really quick, just playing around with the images, we can create a conversation storyboard for a snowy background. My Prowise shuts down every 5 minutes. Is there a setting? Is this a bit more detail for this question? Is it because the Prowise board shuts down, or is it presenter 10? If your Prowise is shutting down on the board, it might be a setting. So you might be able to go to settings and change this the way the time goes to sleep. Yeah. So I reckon if you hit the settings button, and then we can, if you reach out to me personally with this email, I can make sure that we can resolve this issue together offline. Any other questions? So even on here, we could embed a video. So go back to video, and you could put your reindeer video, you could put a skiing video, and you can do that. So we could create a whole scene here. So I could put, or build an igloo. There we go. We can select a video. And there we've got a whole winter theme. And then again, it will play here. Okay, we've got another question. Can you create a calendar? Okay, so there isn't a tool for a calendar, but what I probably would do is just go to images and just Google, what month are we in now? May. Calendar. And I would insert an image of a calendar. I hope that helps. Or you can use, if you've got a calendar already created, save it as a PDF and import it in. Any other questions? No. Well, that we can conclude for the webinar today. I'll still hang around for any other questions that you may think of. hope that helps. And if you're new to Presenter 10, I would just really encourage you to create your account and start having a look at all the tools that are here under the 3D models and the illustrations, along with the images, and yeah, away you go. Thank you for joining us this afternoon. Please feel free to join our upcoming webinars as well.